Today on Kicks Chronicles, we chat with Sneaker Plug and Reseller Shoe Galore. We talk about his sneaker history, the kicks he loved wearing growing up, his most recent pickups, and his recent experience working with Chris Brown on the UK leg of his tour. This is Kicks Chronicles. Yes, people, welcome to episode 37 of your sneaker and lifestyle podcast, Kicks Chronicles. I'm your boy PROZECH. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. Obviously, we're back, baby. We're doing it one more time. We're here again. For those that managed to catch the most recent episode, I believe that was Scary Clary. Shout out to Ryan Kicks. Scary Clary was in the building. He did his thing and it was a great episode. If you did not manage to go and catch that, make sure to go catch that. It's available on all digital platforms, bruv.
Big man thing, yeah? It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good.
So make sure to go and check that out. Okay, so I've got some news, guys, and I wanted to chat to you about it because I'm thinking about changing the layout. Don't know if layout's the right word. I'm thinking about making some changes to the podcast, basically. I'm going to make some changes to the podcast. And those changes we're going to implement them from today in an effort to make sure that we're providing the best quality. I don't want to just throw out a really, really long podcast and sort of like muddy the waters. I want to provide real good quality. And I've noticed that some of our interviews have gone really long because the actual conversations have been amazing. And then on top of that, obviously there's other segments and it can make a podcast really, really long. And in order to not alienate anybody from the podcast, I'm thinking, you know what? Sometimes when I'm doing this podcast, I think it's kind of like two podcasts in one. You kind of got the news segments with the cop that, stop that, drop that, that sort of flex. And we're talking about the news and all the current events in sneakers. And then you've got the massive interview. Kind of thinking about splitting the two, right? So for those that sort of love the interview, we're going to keep the interview. We're keeping the interview every Sunday at 6 p.m. That's going to drop on YouTube and across every digital platform. That's going to be there every Sunday at 6 p.m. That's going to run, right, for the foreseeable future. But in conjunction with that, we're also going to be introducing a second podcast. It's going to be under the Kicks Chronicles banner, obviously, but the second podcast is going to drop midweek. And I'm thinking Wednesday mornings, right? And that's going to be more current events, news within sneakers, like the latest pickups, latest kicks to drop, like looking at kicks that are about to drop and all the latest news within the culture. So that's what we're going to be doing, right? Wednesday mornings, it'll be there by the time you guys wake up. So for those that have a commute on Wednesday, you're going to have another podcast available for you. So yeah, great stuff. It's good. You've got more podcasts, because you know what? Some people say there could be too much birthday cake. Sometimes you can have too much of a good thing, right? And it all being in one podcast for me, for some reason, I have the feeling that it's too much of a good thing for some people. So I think splitting it, making it a little bit more bite-sized, will open it up to a lot more people and make sure that the quality is really, really good. So on Sundays, you're getting a really cool interview with an amazing, illustrious guest. And on Wednesdays, you're getting up to date, up to the minute news from the culture on kicks, sneakers, creps, and all of the above. So yeah, that's the vibe. That's what we're doing, man. It's going to be tighter. It's going to be fresher and hopefully more impactful. 2 pods a week, right? That's going to be the vibe for the foreseeable future. Obviously, if there's a week where it's pretty light, I'll jump on and we'll have a little chat. You get me? And the other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is we finally have an email address for the podcast after how long, right? So this should have been done ages ago, but it wasn't, but it is now, so it's all good. Our podcast now is going to be kicks chronicles@gmail.com, right? So Now that we've got the second podcast, I want the opportunity to interact and have some questions. So jump in the comments, hit me up on social media. PROZECH, you already know how to catch me. I'm not hard to find. But also we've got the emails, and I'd love to get your emails. I promise, you can stand on my word, right? I will make sure that I respond to every email, right, for the foreseeable future. I mean, as long as I can, right? Whether it be via email or on the podcast, I will be answering those questions. I may even just respond with an email to say that I'm going to be answering that question on the podcast. That even may be an easier thing to do. But yeah, if you have a question to ask, if you want to just let me know your thoughts on the podcast, the best way to do it, kixchronicles@gmail.com. That once again is kixchronicles@gmail.com. Now I've given you that little bit of news. Let's get into our guest. Now, guys, this week we're talking sneaker history with my guy SG, aka Shoe Galore, coming all the way out of Dublin, Ireland. Yes, he is a sneaker reseller and a general plug. The guy can get what you need, what you want. He got it. You get me? Like, so we talk about everything. Like, we talk about the shoes he loved growing up. And when I say shoes, I'm using that term loosely because my man loved Astro Turfs growing up. That's how they get down in Dublin, bro. I don't know what to tell you, man. These man loved, he loved his Astro Turfs. You get me? He talks to me about the Nike Astro Turfs and the messy Astro Turfs, to get me, the Vapors and whatever like that, bro. But yeah, he talks also about the transition into the Air Max 90s, which he loved, and obviously the Nike Air Force Ones. We transition and we jump up to the modern day, and he talks about sort of what he's recently copped. Apparently he recently copped, well, not apparently, he's actually recently copped the Jordan 3 Mocha, which he loves. Jordan 3 Mocha. So the Mocha gets banded about, but did you know there was a Jordan 3 Mocha? And it's a lovely shoe. Very, very nice. Brown elephant print, my people. Yeah, very, very cool. And also the Travis Scott Jordan 6 in the olive, which is very, very cool. We also talk about his recent experience sourcing kicks for Chris Brown on the UK leg of his tour. He also talks about how that particular experience wasn't the best and how it left a little bit to be desired. But he just gives us the rundown on how they connected and what the situation actually was, which is really, really interesting to hear from the inside. Lastly, we talk about what being a sneakerhead means to him, and we get in some quick fires as well. All in all, an amazing guest, a real cool guy, man. Such a very humble guy. I think this is probably his first ever interview. Like, he's been running this business for a little while now, man, and he's been doing really well, obviously. But this was his first interview, and you can kind of tell. But he was fantastic, man. So shout out to SG for jumping on, man. Amazing guest. I obviously would love to have him back on the podcast one day. It'd be an honor to have him back on, and an interview I hope you find interesting and entertaining, because I know I did. And with all of that being said, I'm your boy PROZECH, back in the game once again, doing the thing. You get me? I thought I was going to go into a little bit of a freestyle there, but I couldn't rhyme with PROZECH. Anyway, this is Kicks Chronicles, and our guest this week is the illustrious SG, aka Shoe Galore, in the building. Enjoy. Yes, my people. Big PROZECH back in the building. You already know what it is, man. Kicks Chronicles, another illustrious guest. I have the plug is in the building. You get me? The reseller's in the building. The one you need to know to get what you want. You get me? He's here. Shoe Galore, right, is in the building. What's happening, my bro?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Big SG in the team. We love it, man. Thank you for honoring the invite, man, and rolling through, man. I really, really appreciate it.
No problem, man, for sure.
So yeah, man, let's take it back to the beginning. We always do this, and we have to know, right?
Yeah.
Like, maybe back in the day when you were growing up, you get me?
Yeah.
There was a shoe that kind of said to you, you gotta have me. That first love, so to speak. Can you cast your mind back to them times and tell me what that shoe was?
You see, like probably like back in primary school, like I wasn't really into like Jordans or anything like that. I was probably more like Astro Turfs.
Bro.
So like it was
Man was moving in AstroTurfs
uh,
to play football or just rolling on the road in AstroTurfs.
both, both.
Bro, this is deep. So, okay, before you continue and tell me what the shoe was, yeah,
Yeah.
like, where did you grow up?
Where did I
Give me the
grow up?
locale. Yeah, where's
Dublin.
the globe?
Dublin.
Dublin.
Yeah,
Dublin. Shout out to all my Irish man out there, man, from
yeah.
the capital city, man. You know, it keeps on Dublin and Dublin and Dublin. Them ones there, bro.
Of course.
So, yeah, we like that. So, AstroTurfs on road, yeah, just crazy like that,
Yeah,
yeah?
man. Like all we did was like play football in school, after school, like in the summer. That's what we
I
did.
suppose you just had to stay ready because the
You
ball could
did.
just come out and not.
You
So you
did.
had to just have that touch and just be boom. I get you. I get you. So what AstroTurfs then? What AstroTurfs are you rocking?
The ones I remember was like these hypervenom ones. They were like black with the white Nike tick with the like pink insole, and like
Yeah,
I also had this messy one, like the Lino Messi ones, the Adidas ones. Like they were like a multicolored one. They were like yellow, green, red. I remember when my mom got me both of them. I was so happy, and came to school with them. And like I thought I was a guy and stuff. Like, but yeah,
he
man,
was the man. He
yeah,
was the man.
that kind of
Is
thing.
it true? Yeah, that when you wear like Messi's kicks, that you play a bit more like Messi? Is it true? Is that how it
I
goes?
felt like Messi, to be fair. Like I felt like him, but like when I grew up, like I used to idolize Neymar. I used to always watch
Yeah,
Neymar. Yeah, Neymar was my guy.
yeah. Neymar's a guy still, and to be fair, yeah, Neymar, because I know obviously Neymar was originally with Nike and then he moved over to Puma more recently. But when
Yeah,
he was with Nike, man, he had some real cool collabs. He actually had a Jordan collab
yeah, he
on that
did.
on
Yeah,
his. Yeah, I remember he had like a black cement, I think it was,
yeah,
that
those
he
are
had,
fire.
man. So that was really cool.
Yeah,
Do you know what, man? That's actually interesting, man. And this is an interesting topic in general. Like, I'm always wonder why not that there hasn't been more sort of football basketball collabs
I
like
know. Like,
PSG has done a thing
yeah, they
obviously
have.
more recently, which has been actually fire. Like the majority of those kicks have been fire and the clothes have all been really cool,
Yeah,
but like I just wonder why there's not been more sort of more collabs in that way, man, because it feels like the worlds like are very very similar.
yeah. I feel like Mbappe could do one, and it would really work because like
Yeah,
over in the
that would
States,
work.
like he's getting proper love and he's really known out there. Yeah. I even saw one
Yeah,
thing
no, I hear
on
that.
I even saw one thing on TikTok and he like I think it was Jamie Butler and he was like, oh, Mbappe one of the goats, and he just said, oh yeah, Neymar as well, he's good. But it's like as if he doesn't know that Neymar's been around longer than Mbappe, that kind of thing. But
That's interesting,
yeah,
man. That's interesting. Like Mbappe has obviously got a massive profile in the game, man,
yeah,
and obviously because he's a knack athlete as well, man. He just gets
yeah,
a bit more prominence than Neymar. But Neymar's he's one of the all time greats, man. You get me? I wonder what's gonna happen to him this season, man. We'll see what happens, man.
for
It
sure.
seems like they're trying to get out. It seems like they're trying to get him out of PSG and that. So see if he ends up in the Premier League. That might be crazy.
It might be too tough for him, man.
I think at this stage, I think he's
Yeah,
earned too much money, bro.
yeah. You can understand it,
You get
bro.
me?
You can understand it.
I definitely can understand it. So yeah, so rocking the hyper venoms, rocking the messy giants. You get me, like. But was that in general, like growing up in Dublin, like when you look back in your mind's eye, was that like popular on road? Like, what was the shoes that were the like really popular on
Really.
on feet in terms of them times there?
Mm, see, like Ireland goes through different waves, man. I remember like had like Air Max 90s. They were like red, white, gray. I think I don't know what they're called, but
Yeah, they look like they sound like the infrareds.
I think it is, but I'm not too sure. Like I think I even still have them in my house in Dublin. I actually think I still have them. But yeah, I had those. But like I'll say as of now, like Harachis are a very good shoe that people wear. Reacts, Air Forces. Yeah, a lot of people wear the Air Forces. Yeah, I'll just say that's about
That's
yeah.
calm, and that makes sense because how old are you?
I'm 20.
20. So you're really young. So like in the last 20 years, like our frames of reference are going to be different in terms of like what was popular back in them days, and obviously
Yeah,
because you're from Ireland as well, it's going to be a little bit different. But it's cool to hear
yeah,
like things like the Air Force Ones and Air Max Ones are definitely still popping,
yeah,
even for the young man there. And obviously, you've got your finger on the pulse in terms of what people are ordering and what people are buying.
yeah,
And are they still shoes that people are ordering and buying now?
yeah, yeah. They are.
I hear that. I hear
Never
that.
go wrong with.
I Yeah, bro, this is it, man. This is it, and that's probably one of the keys to the longevity of Nike as a brand, and a lot of their silhouettes is they're like pretty timeless, man. Like
Yeah,
every generation comes and still picks it up and still buys it. And I suppose some are more popular than others.
yeah,
Like there was a period where the Dunks were crazy, 95s were
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
You
yeah.
get me? Like I'm saying, like 97s went crazy for a
Oh,
bit,
that's
but
true. Yeah,
like yeah, but all of them, for the most part, are really sort of like well liked and well respected. You get
yeah,
me? Like, but we're talking about like real nice shoes, Nikes, and you get me, all these different silhouettes, man. What sometimes I need to understand sort of people's origin story.
yeah.
You get me? And sometimes a part of the origin story can be what I refer to as an unholy grail.
Okay.
I don't know whether you know what I mean when I say unholy grail. An unholy grail is essentially like a knockoff shoe. Yeah, I'll give you an example. Yeah, plimsolls, Golas, High-Techs, Dunlops, Lonsdale, Everlast, yeah, Avia tracks. These are what I refer to as unholy grails. The reason I call them unholy grails is not disrespectful in any way, shape, or form, because if you rock those shoes, you rock those
Yeah.
shoes. But it's to show that when you were younger, possibly when you were younger, you had to rock those shoes. And then now, when you're rocking your big boy shoes,
Yeah.
like you can see the difference. You've come through it. You're humble. You've been through the process of what I'm saying, of learning about yourself, because people probably gave you the business because you were wearing some off-color shoes. And now you've come to the other side. You've been through it, and you're a better man because of it. So
Yeah.
did you ever have to go through
Do you
the
know?
unholy grails?
I actually didn't, to be honest, like, because my parents
See, these
actually,
young men don't know what it means.
yeah, my
to
parents
go
spoiled me.
through.
My parents spoiled me. Like, I'll never say I had like this really sad sob story. Like, my parents actually spoiled me, to be fair. But my dad always
Yeah,
tried.
so you're rocking Nikes and Adidas's from early, bro.
Yeah, I was. As far as I can remember, I was.
Light flex, light flex, light
Yeah,
flex.
yeah.
We like it, we like it, we like it, we like it, we like it. Cool, cool, cool. So let's bring it into the modern day. And this is a line of question that I refer to as the EST of KIC. And when I say EST, basically what I mean is the oldest, the newest, the rarest, expensivest, sort of the coolest and the best sort of thing. That kind of vibe. So like in your current collection of kicks,
Yeah.
whether it be a lot or a little, what is your oldest pair of shoes that you currently own?
My oldest. Oh, damn. My oldest is probably like, as far as I can remember, like these black and gold Prestos or my Air Max 90s. Yeah, those two, because I remember
Yeah, because you were saying you still had the
yeah,
90s,
yeah,
right, as well.
those Air Max 90s. Like Prestos were really popping back in Ireland, man. I remember. And the thing with Ireland is like we follow trends. They like really follow trends, but like and only recently I've seen that people are starting to come out of their comfort zone, because like a lot of people in Ireland like to stay on the same thing with the panda dunks, like. But now I've seen more people wear like different kind of designers, sort of stuff like that. But
Can
yeah,
I get your opinion on something?
yeah,
SG, like, because obviously you deal with a lot of kicks, man. You're buying and selling a lot of things, and like you said about Prestos, so I got to ask you about my Prestos. I've had different opinions on these, but I always like to ask what people think on the show. So here's my Prestos. Can I, bro? Can I? Like, first of all, don't laugh like that.
nah,
Like,
they actually
that's
remind me. They actually remind me of a shoe I think I still have, or my parents gave it to someone in Nigeria. Like they're like a ZX Flux, and like it was reflective.
so you're ZX fluxing my kicks, bro, and you're sending them to Nigeria. Wowza! So dash them to Nigeria and the ZX Flux thing, yeah? Wowza. Okay. Say less, bro. Say less. Yeah, man, you told me all I need to know. What do you think?
Fully red shoes, man. I don't know, man.
You don't know about that, bro.
Fully red shoes.
Yeah. To be fair, man, it's not been good. Every time I've asked somebody about this shoe, yeah, the response has not been what I was expecting nor wanted to hear. You get me? So yeah, why break the habit of a lifetime, G? Thank you for your honest opinion. I appreciate it, man. But it's at least good to know that the Presto is still getting love in Ireland, bro. Or at least did. So, bro, talk to me, man. What's your most recent pickup?
My most recent, probably, do you know the Mason Maharas? The
ones that look like
kind of chunky
Converse.
Yeah, chunky Converse.
It's like a chunky Converse. Yeah, no, they're really hard. Yeah. They're super hard. I feel like that silhouette, like the Converse silhouette, is a really, really sort of simple, easy silhouette. And I think like certain brands have really sort of elevated it.
Yeah.
And I think the Mason Mahara, I don't even know how to say the name because it's MMY.
Yeah.
I had Tara Thorpe on here previously, and she was like, "No, I don't know how to say it. It's the MMY." And since then, I know it's Mason something.
Mason Mahara,
yeah, them ones there. Say it quickly, but 5 times. Them ones, but. But that shoe is super hard, man, because I see it on my TikTok as well. Yeah. I see a lot of people rocking it, and it's like an elevated version of a Converse, man. Like how much would those set you back if you were having to sort of, like, if I came to you and I was trying to get a pair of like Mason Maharas, how much would that set me back, man?
See, it depends on your size. What size are you?
I'm a UK 12.
UK 12. I'll set you back quite a few quid, man. I can't even lie.
Them ones there, I know. Yeah. As soon as he went, it's just the money is gone.
I know a 12 ain't about like that on the websites, like, so it'll take some searching to find it, like.
It's hard. Yeah. It's hard. You're preaching to the choir, man, because, when it comes to drops and it comes to, like, picking up shoes, man, it's tough to get, bro. A lot of times, man, that's to sort of go, a few times, I shouldn't say a lot of times, because I haven't done it too many times, but had to dip into resale and then had to, like recently, I've got a pair of Sakai's, but I got them from Goat, but they were previously used, but lightly used, like in really good condition. Yeah. So I'm thinking nowadays, like in order for me to get some of the girls that are on my list, man, I'm gonna have to come out of the comfort zone and possibly get used.
What's up? What are some of your girls like you want to get?
Like, boy, I got a list. Hold tight, I'll give you a couple. I fully got a list. Like, and I share the list with my wife so that she knows.
Yes,
just in case she wants to.
For her birthday, for Christmas.
There was there, you get me, like, if she's feeling very generous, you get me, like, so I've got like super girls, and then I've got girls that are attainable. So like an example of a super duper girl is an Air Yeezy 2, whether it be a Red October, obviously because of the red, or a Solar. So that's like a super girl, right? One that I feel like is a lot more attainable, or two that are a bit more attainable, would be the Travis Scott Fragment. Even though it's expensive, I feel like the price has gone down a little bit recently, so I feel like that's attainable.
They're really hard.
Yeah, they're super hard. Yeah. Like, I love that shoe. I feel like it's a shoe that you could literally wear with anything.
For sure.
And then the Off-White Presto, the part of the original 10, the black and white.
Oh yeah, they're actually hard. Like, they're so hard, clean, bro. Man.
Yeah. So like, there's a couple, and then the last one I would say, you get me, like, because the thing is, somebody even may be watching this video that may just be blessed from this video and say, you know what, man, let me just bless PROZECH, you get me, like, so let me just even put it out there so that the world and God can hear my plea, you get me, like, but the other one that is definitely on my heart, slightly less attainable, but really on my heart, Sean Witherspoon 97 ones, man. Those shoes,
I see them all over.
They're iconic, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. See them all over.
Yeah, they're super, super, super duper hard, man. So yeah, definitely a few on the list. What's on your grill list?
On my girl list, I'll probably have to say the fragments as well. The Jordan fragments. You see, like I recently got one of my girls like a few months back. The Travis Scott sixes, the Oliver pair.
They're hard,
Yeah,
super hard. I love. Do you know? I really like sixes. I've never had a pair.
yeah,
I've tried them. I've tried them on. I'm very fearful when it comes to Jordans because of the comfort levels is low.
yeah,
But nah, that those sixes are super hard. The khaki one's
yeah,
crazy, bro.
yeah.
It's a very hard shoe.
I really like the Chicago ones. Like, I don't know, you just can't go wrong with them. And I recently watched the
Yeah.
Air movie, and it made me want them even more. Like that movie is
Yeah.
so. Have you watched it?
Like I got no, that's the fun. It's the maddest thing. I didn't get a chance to watch it. Like the thing is, I've got a little girl, so sometimes going to the cinema is a myth, innit?
Yeah,
Especially if it's not like I don't know Peppa Pig or whatever.
yeah, I understand.
But apparently it's come out on what's it called now, Prime still. So I'm gonna sit down with the missus
Yeah,
over a day or so or whatever. We'll pick a day and we'll watch it. But yeah, like I've heard a lot of good things, man. But yeah, like the Chicago colorway for me is the best colorway
yeah,
of the one. Like that's the most iconic. That was something I needed in my
yeah.
collection, and that's something I was really, really excited to get last year when it dropped. Man, I ended up getting the Lost and Founds,
I tried so hard
a
to
whole
get them.
story. Yeah, I tried I tried super duper hard, bro, and I did not get them, and then I had to go on eBay
Yeah,
and pick up a pair. Like I got a decent price. They've appreciated in value, which is good as
yeah,
well, which I thought they would because the colorway is super hard.
yeah.
But it's just it's just a crazy, crazy colorway, man. And yeah, and it's what started everything, man. I feel like let me ask you a question. Is it seen as it's one of the shoes that you really, really like and you're hoping to get one day?
Yeah.
Would you? I'll bring it up so you can see my version. Are you white laces or are you black laces?
White.
100%.
Like
Congratulations, bro.
white laces,
We can
man.
continue to talk.
White laces, man.
We can 100%, 100%. Yeah, I ain't out here doing no black laces like a murderer.
I don't even think it goes that well with them. Like,
Bro, I don't think it goes at all, bro. I feel like it's almost, like, like imagine if you went to Subway
yeah,
and like you literally built the perfect sandwich and at the end someone just coughed on it.
yeah, that kind of thing.
And it's like
That type.
like you just ruined everything.
Yeah,
Like there's nothing about this thing. I can't cut around it. There's nothing I can do. This is ruined now. You get me? And that's all it is to me. Like it's just a ruined shoe. If I see someone wearing black laces, man. And if you don't like that, obviously you know what to do, man. Send in your thoughts, man. Put them in the comments and let's keep it moving.
Do you know what I also don't like? Like the Prestos with, and I've seen people like orange laces on them. I don't like that. Or
Yeah, I'm not a fan
like,
of the orange laces, man. I'm not big on like the thing is, don't get me wrong, with the fragments that I was talking about earlier, I feel like for whatever reason, I feel like Travis Scott's with pink laces goes on the Jordan
it
ones.
does to an extent. It depends how you style
Yeah.
it with it as well. Like
I think it does go, and I think it does depend, right? But I'm not big on just random color laces.
Yeah.
You get me? The way that I usually like a style, I suppose, tip. I don't know if I call it a tip, but something that I usually go by is whatever color the tongue is. I like my laces to be that color, right? So that it's like uniform. So like similar to what I was saying, like that's another one there. Like I like them. I like it to be the same color if it can be. Right now, there are obviously exceptions to the rule, and those are normally like crazy kicks, right? Like this is definitely an exception to the rule, but it's an iconic shoe, and you just gotta go with it. Like putting pink laces on this wouldn't change it at all. Putting yellow laces on this wouldn't change it at all. If I put grey laces on it, it kind of takes something away from it. So I leave that the one the way it is. But like for the most part, I'm pretty simple in that way. But yeah, man, that's just a little style tip from Pro Z, man. It's nothing, man. You get me, just dishing out style tips and that.
Have you been to? Did you go to Creps City in London?
So I didn't go to the most recent one. I went to the one last year. And yeah, I love Creps City, man. Creps City, I've been going for a few years, and it's a really cool event, man.
Yeah.
Did you get down there?
No, I think I went to the one last year. I think I don't remember what month it was, but I went there. But I was
Yeah,
only there for like,
it was later in the year. I think it was like October or something.
yeah,
Like it was
yeah.
definitely a bit later in the year. But yeah, I went to that one, man.
I only,
It was really good, man. I actually met some like really cool people there,
yeah,
man. You went to that one as well, yeah?
yeah, but I was only there for like an hour or so. And then I went back to Manny. But I went to one in Manchester like properly, and I got the Jordan 1 shadows from there, the highs. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow. Okay, that's super hard as
yeah,
well. That's hard. Like darker colorways, good, man.
yeah.
That's definitely a vibe still. Like if you were to say like of the Jordans, like what's the kind of what Jordan do you vibe with the most in terms of the silhouette?
Right now, like my everydays is probably the 11s, the Concords. I rock them every
Oh,
day.
that's hard.
Yeah,
That's hard. That's hard. Yeah, I like the 11s. The 11s were the first Jordan. Actually, don't tell a lie because I don't know if it counts because my first ever Jordan was a Son of Mars. So those were like they were like a bit of a mashup of like I think it was like a 4 and a 5, or it's a bit of a mashup of a few different ones. But they were called the Son of Mars. But I really, really liked them. I ended up like they were in a white cement colorway, so it was really, really close to how the white cements look
yeah.
as well. But the first one that I actually purchased myself for for one of my birthdays was these. It was the breads.
Oh, those are clean. Those are clean.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't even wear them that often because, as I said, they're not comfortable. But these are like so important to me. Like I would never sell them. You get me? It's just one of them shoes that just like will stay in my collection, and I'll rock it when I like even the shoe trees, bro. Like the world that we live in, yeah, is a different world. We don't
Oh
have this anymore,
yeah,
bro. We
oh,
don't
yeah,
have
so
this anymore.
true.
Like, can you imagine?
Yeah,
It's a different world entirely, bro. It's a different world entirely, man. But that's life, man. That's life. That's
you
life.
can't sell your shoes because they have so much history to them. Like, you just remember what you used to
Yeah,
do them, like, and everything.
yeah. Well, don't get me wrong, bro. I'm like certain ones I'm definitely holding on to, but I wouldn't call myself a reseller, but I'm definitely not the type to sort of just hold a massive collection. I try to keep it really tight. So if I realize that there's something not necessarily in my collection, but something around my collection, like there's certain other day-to-day shoes that you might pick that are on the edge, may
Yeah,
not necessarily be super hypey or whatever, but like just cool shoes that you really like.
yeah,
Might sell those, man. I might sell those to make room for something that I really, really want.
yeah,
A lot of times when I resell shoes anyway, the idea is I'm reselling just so I can buy something that I
yeah,
want,
yeah,
as opposed to just reselling to resell
yeah.
and make money, like or whatever. But like, yeah, talking briefly about like reselling, like how did you get into reselling? Hi there. So nice to see you. Sorry to interrupt the pod. I'll be literally 30 seconds. I just wanted to say thank you for being here. And also, if you enjoy the pod, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It really does help. Also, if you're listening on an audio platform, feel free to give us a review, whether it be positive or negative. Just leave a review. We really, really appreciate it. Also, feel free to listen to our old episodes. And if you ever want to get in contact, if you want to let me know what you're thinking, feeling, or whatever, holler at me. My name's PROZECH. PROZECH on all social media. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm enjoying TikTok at the moment. So feel free to holler at me. I will always holler back. And with all that being said, I'll let you get back to the pod. Toodles.
Bruh, like long story short, like I started when I was like 17, and like so basically, like I just had no money. I was working at JD. They were paying me like £4 50 something, and I was just
Yeah,
like,
JD will get you with
yeah.
that £4 boy.
And I was like, what is this life like? Do you understand? Like,
Yeah,
and
bro.
during that time, I was just so prideful. I didn't want to ask my parents for nothing. So I asked my girl at the time, can I have some money, this and that. So I just invested in some shoes just to start reselling on, and then I just picked up and picked up, picked up.
Well, yeah, what were the original shoes that you started looking into?
What was it? The Jordan 4 Metallic, right? Those are the first one I got. Yeah.
Wow. I think, did I get the reds or was it the purples that I got? But that would have been like around, was that around lockdown? Oh no, it would have been, it couldn't have been
No, just
around lockdown.
before I think.
Yeah, because there was definitely a drop during around somewhere around lockdown, and I definitely either got a red or a purple. I think it was the red,
Still have them.
but I hear you though. Huh? Nah. Jordan 4s are not comfortable. Like I'm the comfort king,
You
bro.
prefer
Like I live my
comfort.
life by that.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100% comfort first, man. That's why I got a few Yeezys and stuff
yeah,
because, like, obviously they're super comfortable. Now, if a shoe like has an amazing story and it's like something that really touches me, I will keep it,
yeah,
even if it's not
yeah,
comfortable, like the 11 or the 1. Like, I'm going to keep them. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, when I wear them, I'm going to pattern my day.
yeah.
You get me? Like, I'll be driving. I'll make sure I got another pair of shoes in the car
Yeah,
that fits the same aesthetic so that if I've had enough of it or whatever, I'm just going to switch it out. But like, for the most part, like, I just want a simple, comfortable
yeah.
life. You get
You
me?
like the threes?
Yeah. The 3s are okay. I'm definitely upset I didn't get the reimagined white cements.
Mm,
The more I think about it, the more I'm like, I just want to try and have them around for a little while and just sort of test whether I would wear them or not.
yeah,
Because that's really because I'm like probably like 1 or 2 years older than you, innit?
yeah. You probably
I'm saying, you get me? Like no one's there, just a couple years off. Like so, the way I think about things is different, man. I think
yeah,
about like okay, cost per wear, right? I'm thinking if I'm gonna dip into resale, if I got the shoe for retail, I would definitely probably have kept it.
yeah,
If I'm definitely thinking to myself, okay, if I'm dipping into resale, first of all, it's got to be something I really love because I'm gonna pay above and beyond for it,
yeah,
right? And then number two, like aesthetically needs to go with what I wear and sort of my sort of what I normally would do. Now aesthetically, I have no question that the white cement would work for me because like it's just a very very clean shoe. But comfort, I'd have to question. I don't know too much about the comfort on the Jordan 3.
it's
And
alright.
yeah, therefore, the wearability becomes an issue because I don't know how often I'd wear it.
Mm,
But I definitely, like, literally in the last 2 days, I was on GOAT looking at a reimagined Jordan 3.
yeah,
So yeah, you've asked the right question in terms of like the Jordan 3. It's definitely been on my mind, man. It's super clean, man.
yeah,
And I actually bought a pair recently for a friend's daughter. Some of the guys that I roll with, like, they'll know that I'm in kicks or whatever. They'll come to me and
yeah,
they'll say, "Oh, can you get something for my
yeah,
kid or whatever, or can you advise me on what to get?" And one of my friends was like, "Oh yeah, I want to get something for my daughter," and I was like, "Boy." I mean, the Reimagines just came out, and he's like, "I love that shoe. I didn't get the shoe, but yeah, it'd be nice for my daughter to get the shoe." So we got the shoe. So it was nice because I got the shoe in hand so I could have a look at it and the quality was good. So I made sure, because I know they were having issues with QC on that shoe as
yeah.
well.
There was actually.
Yeah. But on that particular one that I saw for the, I think it was like a preschool age or whatever, it was nice. Like the quality was good. Yeah, it was a really cool shoe, man. It
Yeah,
made me think, oh, that actually might be a cool shoe to have still.
I think you should get
Yeah, man.
the Jordan 3 Mocha.
Jordan 3 Mocha.
Yeah, 2018, man. I've got them. They're so clean, man. Like like I don't even know, man. Just that brown and white just goes so well together. Like
Oh, that is a hard
it
shoe.
is.
That is super hard. Because when you said the Mocha, when I think of Mocha, I think of Jordan 1s, but like,
Yeah.
or Travis's or whatever. These are so nice.
Yeah, they're clean.
It's definitely a clean silhouette, man. And I definitely, before it's all said and done, man, I'll have probably 1 or 2 pairs. But I'll keep it light. I'll keep it super, super light and super clean. Like it'll be a predominantly white pair.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably have a white pair and a black pair.
Yeah.
Like they may even be, because I was speaking to someone recently, someone had the black cements. Like, and if you had the white cements and the black cements, you're complete, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You're probably like, you're done, like in Jordan 3 territory, like, because those are the 3, especially if they both got Nike Air at the back. Like his one had Nike Air at the back as well, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm complete. Like, I don't have to dip into to Jordan 3s again." So like, yeah, that's respectful still. Talk to me, bro. What are your most expensive
My
kicks?
most expensive Balenciaga tracks.
Balenci's.
Yeah, I just like that chunky feel. Like,
Did you say is it Triple S or what did you say?
The tracks, the dad looking shoes. Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. So right, when do you still rock Balenci's? Yeah.
Yeah. Every now and again.
Right. Was you affected by all the things that came out about Balenciaga and the campaign and blah blah blah? Like, does that affect you? Are you like just rock your shoes? It don't make no difference to me.
Like, it made me look at the brand sideways, but like I paid so much money for the shoe. I'm not gonna burn it. I'm not gonna burn it like I've seen all these people do. Like, they've got money to waste. I don't, honestly. Like, I ain't gonna burn the shoe.
I respect that. I respect that, man. Because even like this whole situation with Kanye and Adidas, there was a moment where Adidas considered burning all of the Yeezys.
They can't do that.
And this is it. Even environmentally, it's not a good thing, man. Because I mean, it's like people worked on it. Like environmentally, you're putting all this carbon into the atmosphere and stuff like that. It just wouldn't make sense, man. And I think just from a logical standpoint, like why go to the trouble of making something only to burn it, like it's dumb or whatever. Like I feel like the attitude that a person would have to where they would burn a piece of clothing because of what the originator of that piece of clothing did, right? I don't vibe with that. I don't vibe with that. The reason why I don't vibe with that is because you'd literally be naked walking down the street. Because who's without sin in this game, bro?
Yeah, honestly.
Which one of them's clean, bro? Show me one.
Did
you get me? If you dig deeper into everybody's past, man, we'll find some mess, bro. So you ain't gonna be rocking nothing.
No one's perfect.
You get me? Like, so yeah, you gotta be. That's the reason why when they were talking about, are people gonna still be rocking Yeezys after he said the things he said? I'm like, bro, rock your Yeezys.
It doesn't matter, man.
Yeezys.
Not looking clean, man.
Don't shut up. Rock your Yeezys, bro. Do your thing, man. Because the thing is, yeah, if you talk about all these other men that have like, some of them have been Nazis, some of them are far right wing, some of them had slaves, bro. All of these men have different things that they were doing. You get me? Like, some of them are pedophiles, some of them are different things or whatever. Like, I'm saying, like, just moving mad on a different and higher level scale, right? If you're going to start counting everybody's mess, bro, you will leave your house naked. Well, lie to lie, bro. Just keep it moving, man. Wear your shoes and keep it pushing, man.
Did you see Kanye's fit, like, the other day when he was wearing, like, the shoulder pads? And I'm like...
Bro, so this is so funny to me, bro. Him and his missus, bro, them man are just moving.
I don't... If that's what they call fashion, I don't even know, man.
Bro, like, I mean, it's not for me. But like I'm saying, like, them ones there. But don't get me wrong, yeah. To me, Kanye is a genius, bro. He's a genius. He's like and it's proven. Like he's not only done it in his own through his own works, but you can see his influence in so many others as well. The likes of Virgil Abloh, Jerry Lorenzo, Virgil Abloh, obviously rest in peace, and the names go on and on and on. Right? He's definitely important to the culture, important to multiple cultures. I would even say that, right? he's obviously crackers, bro. It is what it is, bro. He's nuts. He's off kilter, right? But that genius, obviously, it plays on the edge of nuts as well.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to respect that. You get me? Like, obviously, he said certain things that were wrong, so he needed to get sanctioned for that, bro. So man got clipped. But yeah, it got worked out. He apologized, and we keep it moving, man. And the thing is, a lot of these men that had slaves and stuff back in the day have never apologized. So the thing is, yeah, if you're looking for apologies before you start rocking their things again, you know what I'm saying, you'll be lucky, bro. Just take the apology and keep it pushing, and drop that £200. You get me, when the time comes for that new Yeezy to drop, bro.
That's the long part of being famous, because everything you say is going to get like accounted. Like, everyone's gonna clip it. Like, you have a platform, you have kids looking up to you. It's just long. Like.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, but his fits recently have been brazy, bro. Like, without a shadow of a doubt, the shoulder pads, the taekwondo kicking pads.
Yeah. But I'm telling you now, if you was to drop that like shoe or sock, whatever, people will buy it. Like, that's the thing.
People are buying it. People are buying it. Bro, he's an influencer, bro. He's 100% an influence, bro. He's been at the top of the game for like 15 years. I don't know. Like, he's been doing it so long. He's been doing it so long, bro. Like, I think the first Yeezys came out like 2000. Don't even let me even Google it so I don't even sound like a donut, bro. Like, Yeezy, and obviously he was doing bits before his Air Yeezy deal, but the first Yeezys came out.
He was doing something with Louis Vuitton as well.
2009. So I was gonna say 2006, 2007. Like, you had the Louis Vuitton Dons, Jaspers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's and he had the Bapes as well. Like, he's been in and around the game for like 15, 16, 17 years, bro. Like, he's just been pushing and pushing and pushing, like, the envelope forward. So no one can deny his influence. No one can deny his contribution to the culture. So that's why when it was, I think, for me, like, when it's a black man making mistakes and people are ready to write him off, I'm like, bro, hold up. Don't be so hasty, bro, because there's a lot of men over here that have made a lot of... In fact, he's even working with a brand that made a lot of mistakes in Germany. You get me? Like, different kind of mistakes, like trying to wipe out races kind of mistakes.
Yeah, I even learned that about that in the Air movie, because like, he was saying that the owner was like, his name was Adolf. Was it Adolf?
Yeah, Adolf Dassler.
Yeah, it was like Adolf Dassler and Adidas, like, they just couldn't join there. Like, it was
yeah, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot. But the thing is, don't get me wrong. Like I said earlier, bro, I'm about the actual thing, man. Like, that passing don't affect me. It don't affect me because I'm not looking for sorries and I'm not looking for apologies from people like 100 years ago. Like, that's not our business. You get me? My thing is, like, it's the thing you're making today trying to have a go at me. If the thing you're making today is having a go at me, then we have an issue, and I'm not gonna wear that. You get me? Like, but yeah, there's a lot of blatant ones, and there's some subtle ones as well. Like, Hugo Boss is out here. He made a lot of the uniforms back in the day. You get me? Like, for them, man. So it's like, you would not leave your house with clothes on, bro, if you fully started going down that rabbit hole. But it is what it is, man. Talk to me about your cheapest pair of shoes.
My cheapest. Maybe my Air Force Ones, like, one time.
Yeah,
but even for that, it's quite pricey. Like, 110 for Air Force. I only want them once.
That's nuts, bro.
I know.
What, white ones?
White ones, yeah. White ones.
Oh, that's crazy.
But in terms of Jordan, I'll probably say the 3s, Fire Reds. I got them for retail.
Yeah, that's smooth. That's smooth. Jordan, it's probably like 160, right? Like, Jordans are super expensive nowadays, man. Super, super duper expensive. All right. If you're just running out the house, you're just like not trying to put no fit together. It's not a heat check thing. It's just a thing of like just grabbing the most comfortable shoe. What are you rocking?
Home runners for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, I respect that. I'm a foam runner
yeah.
guy,
You
bro,
can't go
all
wrong,
day.
man. They're
Yeah,
so comfy,
yeah,
so comfy.
yeah. I like the foam runner still. Like recently, yeah, I've actually shifted. I've been big on foam runners. I actually think, like, and people can get at me if they want. I actually think the foam runner is almost the perfect holiday shoe because it's land and
Yeah,
sea. It's
yeah,
everything, bro. You can dip in, dip out. Like I'll say, you can keep the shoes on your feet and put the whole shoe in the sea, and it'll be
yeah.
calm. Like it's calm if you want to do that, right? It doesn't affect the shoe, right? But I've been recently getting into Crocs. Been doing a lot of Croc stuff, like, and my Crocs and my wave runners are actually this. So I said wave runners. My Crocs and my foam runners are actually the same color.
Yeah.
Like, so they're interchangeable to me. I've got that, like, I pattern my stuff,
Okay.
like, because they're both the sand
Yeah.
colorway, right? So they're both with that sort of creamy cell
Yeah.
colorway. So I can easily interchange them, sort of thing. And it's nice because the thing with the Crocs is that you can put gibbets on the Crocs to add a little
Oh
pop
yeah,
of
that's
color
true.
as
Yeah.
well. So I like that as well, man. But yeah, the foam run is definitely a vibe, man. Let me ask you this question. It's a little weird, right? If your house is on fire and you had to just grab
One.
one pair of shoes, what are you drawing for?
Probably the Balenciaga in terms of the price and
Trying to protect man's investment.
yeah, and what's this shoe? Probably the Mochas, the George D Mochas. Yeah, I just love them shoes.
Respectfully.
That shoe so much. Like,
Yeah, that's a hard shoe.
yeah,
That's a super hard shoe, man. No, I like that. I like that. I like that. Now, shifting gears a little bit, man, and sort of let's focus up on and look a bit more at your business, man, because obviously some people may or may not know online.
yeah,
You guys are on you're on TikTok. I know you guys are on Instagram as well.
yeah,
You're essentially the plug, man. Shoe Galore, man.
yeah,
People out here that are looking for certain shoes and are unable to get them. You're the one that's going to be able to sort of
yeah.
plug that gap, man, and connect for the garms and for kicks as well. I'm understanding. Where do you want to take the business? How the business been going?
Okay.
Like what's popping, man?
See, like as of now, where I want to take it in the next few months, I just want to keep uh, getting like more higher profile clients, like more footballers, probably artists, and like, do you know Sam Morgan? Fedor sneakers, that man. You don't know?
No.
So they're pretty big in the UK of selling shoes and like they're kind of like a luxury concierge kind of thing. And I kind of want to turn Shoe Galore into that in the future. But
I
but
respect
to
it.
do that, I need like more high profile clients. So that's what I'm just trying to do now.
So in terms of like increasing the sort of the profile of your clientele,
Yeah,
I suppose a lot of that sort of networking and sort
yeah.
of like reaching out to people. Like how do you do that now?
Um, See, yeah, because right as of now, like I got a few pro footballers that follow the page and they buy. So like, I just think as it as they buy something, they post it, and like that'll create some traction, and their footballer friends will see. Then the same thing. Then like it's just a cycle that keeps on
So
going.
it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Can you share the names of any of the sort of like artists or footballers that you've worked with?
Um, like these footballers are like my friends. So like, so like Sinclair Armstrong, he's played for QPR. He plays for QPR. Idmo, Mark, he plays for Millwall. In February, uh, got some shoes for Chris Brown and some of his guys. So yeah,
That's hard
yeah,
because I know he had a show in the UK
yeah.
around
He
that
had a
time, right?
tour.
So you lot sorted them out for
Yeah,
that. We'll throw some pictures up as well because I know that I think they were like what the fire red
yeah.
threes.
The Fire Red Threes, the Dunk Core Purple, like the Lakers looking one. Yeah,
That's super hard,
yeah.
man. Super hard. Did you deal with Chris directly?
Unfortunately, no. Which that's what annoyed me, but nah, we couldn't. Just different miscommunications, things like that, of that nature. But
That's
yeah,
calm. That's calm. But he got the
you got the
shoes,
shoe. Yeah,
like, and they posted it and stuff like
yeah,
that. Or
yeah. They posted it.
Nah, man, that's super hard, man. So yeah, getting the cosign from a Chris Brown is definitely a vibe. How did they even find you?
I actually found them. So basically, what it was like, he announced that he was coming on tour, and then like I was like, okay, cool. I know like people are gonna resell tickets, so that was my mindset. I'm just gonna buy some tickets and resell them. So then I was like, nah, I don't actually want to do that. I could actually try get him shoes. So I knew like going to him directly wouldn't work. So if I texted him on Instagram, it won't work. He has like 100 million followers. So I was like, let me text some of his people. Text so many of his people. Texted dancers, no reply. Texted this one guy, one of his close friends. He replied, and he replied on Christmas Day. I remember I was chilling at home. Yeah, he replied on
Wow.
Christmas Day, and like we was talking. Um, got the shoes in, flew out to the first show in Dublin, and then took some pictures there. Attended the show, and then what do you call it? I got these another rare pair, like these rare pair, like this Michael Jackson shoe, like that he said he doesn't have on this interview, and I got them in his size, yeah, and like I even got them repaired as well to get it and
Wow.
everything. I was traveling, doing all these sorts of things, and like then it came to this last show in the UK, which was in Birmingham, and went down this and that, and like I was texting the guy to hear saying I'm here, this and that, like everything. He just didn't reply, so didn't get to even get because he said like, oh yeah, I'll bring you in again, like the same time, like the same way it happened before. And like, but this time after the show, you get to meet him, give him the shoot, this and like get a picture and everything. I was like, cool, like cool, but he just didn't get back to me in time. So then just went home so
Oh,
disappointed, like it was painful, man. I actually cried, like I actually cried because
it's
I put
understandable,
so
bro,
much,
because you put a lot of your
yeah.
effort
It
in.
was
Yeah, no, I
it
hear
was
you,
a
bro.
different type of pain, man. Worse than heartbreak, honestly.
Yeah, no, I mean, I hear you, my G, bro, and hopefully it's a bit better now. And obviously, you've learned some lessons
Yeah.
as a result of the interactions, man.
Uh,
But yeah, I get you, man. I've cried over business before, bro. Don't feel like it's a way, bro, because
uh,
anything you put your heart, your passion, your energy, your effort into, and you're really trying to hope for a positive result,
yeah.
man. Yeah, when it doesn't go the way you expect it to go, man, sometimes it can be really heartbreaking. But in the same sense, like I want to commend
Yeah.
you, man, for putting yourself out there,
Yeah.
man, and hustling, bro.
Yeah.
I respect that hustle, man. I respect that grind, man. You put yourself
Yeah.
out there. You reached out. You get me, like you just put in them hard yards,
Yeah.
bro, and it paid off, bro. It paid off, man, because you've got the images. You're allowed to use the images. Like I'm saying, you've got some stuff, like, and it benefits your business. And maybe it doesn't do exactly the way you want it to do, but people are going to look at this. Hopefully, they're
Yeah.
going to look at your page and they're going to see like you're a
Yeah.
professional. You went above and beyond,
Yeah.
man, and it is what it is. And another thing I'll say about like celebrities in general, like because I've dealt with like a few. Like I won't necessarily say it's the celebrities themselves, but like you can't necessarily rely on a lot of these
Yeah.
man, especially the ones that are around them,
Exactly.
man, because like their schedules are so
Yeah.
crazy, um, and in general, like them man are not as like regimented as like normal
Yeah.
people in terms of like they're kind of normally slaves to their
Yeah.
feelings. Like if I don't feel like I want to do this, I'm not
Yeah.
doing it. You get me? Because they have so many obligations that they have to do that when there's something they don't feel like they have to do, they might do it and they might not do it. And it's sort of like you're really looking for the ones that are just straight
Yeah.
shooters and they're just gonna do what they say
Yeah.
they're gonna do. And maybe that's just a reflection of life, man. Because there's some people that are not celebrities
Yeah.
that I know that are not like that as
It was annoying,
well.
man. Cause,
It's annoying.
cause
It's
you're
annoying.
saying
It's
things like,
annoying.
"Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep my word." This and that. I was like, "Okay, cool. This guy seems like a serious guy." Like, this, nah,
It is what it is,
it
bro.
is
But
what it,
you've
it is.
learned,
What it is.
and there's definitely like a larger lesson at play. And yeah, man, bigger and better things, bro.
Yeah.
Bigger and better things, man. You get me, man. That's definitely a story, though,
Yeah.
and it's really one to guide and I thank you for sharing that as well. Actually, thank you for sharing that, man, because People could come out here and just be capping and just be saying like, yeah, man, we did this, we did that, we did this, we did that. But the truth is, like, the situation happened, and it was an interesting situation, certainly a beneficial
Yeah.
one for the most part, one that you've learned a lot of lessons. And as I said, it may have not gone exactly the way you wanted to go, but it went the way it went, and there's a lot of benefits to be had from
Yeah.
that. So like, so the aim is to keep it going. The aim is to sort of add more clientele. In terms of your current client base and how they purchase, do people normally just like buy one or two bits, or do they consistently buy once they start buying?
Yeah, they consistently start buying once they start buying. The English was the English in there, like
The ones there, bro, wasn't combining, bro. No, I hear that, man. That's good. That's really, really good. That's really good.
I'm trying to
Yeah, man. And obviously,
sorry.
go on,
I'm
go
just
on,
trying
go
to
on.
widen them out, like my clients in the UK, because it's just mainly in Ireland. That's where all my clients are really. But I'm just trying to get them more in the UK because I think
I
that's where
respect
money
that.
is.
I respect
You
that.
know.
No, it's definitely obviously because obviously Ireland's one sort of market, but the UK is obviously a bit of a bigger
Yeah,
market, man, and there's a lot more
hundred
opportunity.
percent,
So
hundred
yeah,
percent.
yeah, that's good, man. It'd be great, like, and if anybody's listening or watching, and you're out here, because obviously he's dealing with like Chris Brown, so yesterday's price might not be today's price. You get me?
I wish I dealt with him
Everyone's
personally, but man, it is what it is.
but like I was saying, like it is what it
Yeah,
is. You did source his kicks and you did provide his shoes,
yeah.
like, and they paid for the shoes, right? They paid for the
It
shoes.
was like an exchange, man. It was an exchange for to meet him basically. Because I knew if I met him and got a picture, I knew that it will create havoc.
Yeah, it would
Like
go
it will go
nuts.
nuts. Like
It
people
would
are like,
go
what?
nuts.
You did that? To get it? Like this guy is doing that? You get it? So at the end of the day, I got bent over at the end of the day, but like I learned from it. Like just keep it stepping, man.
I respect it.
Keep it
I
stepping.
respect it. I respect it. No, man. Uh, yeah, it's a deeper lesson.
Yeah,
It's annoying.
it
It's
is annoying.
annoying. You get me, man? Because at the very least, you should be getting paid for the work that you've
Mm,
done. But there are other lessons and there are other benefits, and you've
yeah,
learned and you've benefited. Like, and we just keep it pushing, man. Because nothing in life is a mistake,
yeah,
or needs to be a regret. It's just lessons learned,
uh,
man. And it's how you apply that information that you learn from that lesson moving forward. That's
yeah,
wisdom. That's wisdom. There's a difference between wisdom and knowledge. A lot of people know things, right? But how do you apply
yeah,
it? You get me? Like, you've been through an experience now, and now you need to apply what you've learned moving
yeah.
forward, and you'll be better for it, man. You'll be better for it, man. But I believe in you. I believe in your business. It's a real cool
Thank
thing,
you.
and hopefully will help. Like, in terms of being able to publicize what you're doing at SG, man. So yeah, let's switch gears, right? Let's switch gears. If you had to wear one pair of shoes for the rest of your life, what would it be? It can't be a white Air Force One.
Okay. The rest of my life, it's gonna have to.
All occasions, every day, and they're crispy. They don't get run down. They're crispy the whole time.
See, cause I'm flat foot, so like I need to be comfortable as well.
Have to be.
Yeah. I say the foam runners because of comfortability, but like you can't really like wear that with like too many things. But my Jordan 5 Fire Red's actually pretty comfortable. They're actually
Oh,
pretty.
the Jordan 5
Yeah.
Iron. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I could go with that. I could go with That's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So you're rocking that to your wedding. You're rocking that to work. You're
Uh.
rocking that. You're
Yeah.
rocking that to
Yeah.
church. You're rocking that
Yeah.
to court if necessary.
Yeah.
I respect it. I respect it. I respect it. Talk to me about this, because you've got your finger on the pulse, and I can lean on you and get your opinion on this. In terms of brands that you really think are doing like really well, and you can probably tell from like your clients or whatever
Yeah.
what they're asking for. What brands in like 2023 are like popping right now?
I'll be real, like people just go for just your Jordans, your Dunks. It's all Nikes and Jordans. Um, but the most I've sold is Dunks, Panda Dunks. Probably sold like probably 30 to 40 pairs. Like,
Panda Dunk
yeah, yeah,
still popping. Like, do you think the Panda Dunk hype is done now?
yeah. Because they dropped it like I think 2 3 days ago, and like they were still there.
Yeah, there's some side.
They were
Yeah,
still
it's
there.
true.
So
Yeah.
and
And bro, like I even copped a GS pair.
yeah,
I've even taken it out of the box. Don't want to show my address.
of course.
I even copped a GS pair thinking because GS pairs used to be the cheat code
Yeah,
if you're
yeah,
reselling. I don't know if people
yeah.
know that.
True.
Yeah, so a GS pair
Uh,
essentially is like a grade school pair, but like the upper grade school pairs are actually like essentially adult sizes, but just small
I don't
adults,
get why it's more
right?
expensive to buy it for resale.
It's
But
nuts, right? But like, see, for a GS pair, you pay £65
yeah,
or whatever it is, yeah, right? But if you're reselling it, you can sell it for like 120.
yeah, yeah,
You get me? Whereas you could get a size, and these are like a 5. You could get a size 5 adults,
yeah,
right? Which is essentially the same exact size, but you'd have to buy it for
yeah,
£100, and the margin then is significantly lower because you can only really sell it for 120,
yeah.
right? So that used to be a cheat code. I think that them days are over. I think that's
It
official
is
now.
over for
You
them.
get me? I haven't even opened it because as soon as I bought them, I checked the next day and they were still there.
Yeah, the hype is done, man. They dropped the
Yeah,
they just washed the shoe out. Like,
yeah, they completely washed it out, man. And the thing is, that was their. I don't know if it was their aim or if they just said it was their aim just to save face, man. But they kept on bringing the shoe back. They
mm,
kept on bringing it back. They kept on bringing it back. So it is what it is, man. At a certain point, you were gonna reach sort of, I don't know what the term is, critical mass, where everybody that wanted the shoe
yeah,
was gonna have the shoe.
yeah,
And I don't see a lot of people out here just stacking pandas for the future. Like it's just not, it just doesn't make
no
sense.
point.
But I guarantee, and this is, you can put this one, and we'll clap this as well, right? I guarantee, mark my words, in the next 15 to 20 years,
Damn,
yeah,
damn.
I said, well, as in the next 15 to 20 years, right, a time will come, right, where the Panda Dunk will be spicy hot, like white hot fire. You get me? It will come, trust me, it will
I
come.
think
Because these things always come back around. But 20 years is probably wide. Probably, let me say 10 years. Let's go 10 years. The
maybe.
next 10 years, it will happen again.
Personally, I don't see it, but maybe so.
Yeah. Yeah. Take that to the bank, man. Them man there. Take that to the bank still. All right, G. What about clothing as well? Like, are there any clothing brands
Oh
that
yeah,
you've got your eye on?
Trapstar, like Trapstar does well.
Mm.
Just Trapstar tracksuits. Yeah, legit. That sometimes Cortez. Yeah, there's them too. People just follow trends. I just sell trends. Like, and it's what makes people happy. So it makes me happy with my pocket.
I hear that. I hear that. Because you're trying to, I'm saying, like, at the end of the day, it's not necessarily a thing of, we only sell this type.
Yeah,
People are coming to you and saying, can you get me
yeah, yeah,
this?
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
That's kind of really what it's about. And you're then saying, oh yeah, I can get
yeah.
that. I'm saying you're going out and getting it. Give me an understanding if you want to,
Okay.
and this is only if you want to, right? Because recently, right, and let me tell you this story and then you give me your vibe, right? Recently, I met, I believe her name was Chloe Barrows. She does a podcast and she works with JD. And I was recently in store and she came in store at Creps Collection Club at Lakeside. And she was looking to pick up some shoes, right, with her friend.
Mm-hmm.
We're just having a quick chat with Chloe. And she was wearing the Travis Scott Olive Jordan 1s, the ones that just dropped,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So retail, that shoe was like 150.
Yeah, 115,
Yeah,
114.
yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. She just dropped in conversation that she's got a stylist and the stylist got the shoe for her and she paid £1,000 for the shoe, right?
Yeah.
So my question is, yeah,
Damn.
what kind of markup are you making on these things, bro?
I've actually,
Because that's crazy to
to be
me.
honest, I've actually never sold like a Travis Scott or expensive shoe like that. The most I've probably, the most expensive shoe is probably say the Oreos, the Jordan 4 Oreos. They're quite expensive. Sold them for like £500. Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
And in terms of like when you're pricing
Mm,
a shoe, right?
yeah.
Someone's coming to you, like what goes into the price that you're giving them?
I I'm very reasonable.
Obviously, you don't have to reveal everything, but just give us an
See, I'm
understanding.
very reasonable because like a lot of people just like a lot of resellers be shaking people. Like I mean, like you're taking
100.
advantage of people. So like I want to make a reasonable profit, but I also want to be fair to the person. So I'll probably just sell it like probably 150 or maybe 200 over what I'm actually getting it for to get it. So like both parties are happy, you know. So that's what I do.
And that's respectful
Yeah,
still. That's respectful. Especially if you're spending like, I mean, especially if the shoe costs two or three
yeah,
hundred. Like, I mean, it makes
yeah,
sense. And obviously the time and effort it takes to get the shoe or
yep,
whatever. I get you. And it's a business at the end of the day, so
yeah,
you need to think of like your overheads, and there needs to be a profit in order for it to be sustainable.
hundred
So I get
percent.
you, man. I get you. I get you. Yeah, that sounds decent. Still, that sounds decent. And especially obviously if the clientele that you're dealing with is of a certain
Yeah,
level, that's not gonna bust anyone's balls.
yeah,
Like that's gonna be fine for most people still. And I see like on your, because I was checking your Instagram, like obviously you deal with a lot of regular people as well. So these are just like people that have just probably seen you on social
yeah,
media and just like reached out to
yeah.
you or whatever. So how do you like? Is that just how you publicize your thing, like just social media, or do you do like you're talking about Creps City? Do you do like pop ups or anything like that, or?
I only went to Creps once for like for business purposes, like just to try put out Shoe Galore. But other than that, it's just like I don't know. I'm real casual with it. Like I don't try to force it too much. Do you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, I know I have a like a good customer base, like a client base. So like I always know people will buy. You know. So yeah, like I'm happy with that, but I'm just gonna keep trying to grow it slowly and slowly. So I'm
Yeah.
not gonna just try to do something crazy and then just it crashes down. Like you know,
No, I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, but imagine you're on a desert island
hmm
and you don't know how you got there, but you actually have two pairs of kicks with you. This question is called Desert Island Kicks. It's an oldie but a goodie,
mm,
right? What two pairs of shoes do you have with you on this island and why?
mm, Black Air Force ones, because gotta be aggressive. Like to get it, gotta be aggressive.
You gotta be
Yeah,
active, it's
gonna be
true.
hunting as well. Like and for me, probably the Jordan 1 Shadows. 'Cause I find them really comfortable. They're really comfortable. Yeah,
Nice. Nice,
yeah,
nice, nice, nice. Like, can't, because the thing is, yeah, a lot of times when I ask that question, what you'll find is some people like what you've done, and this is the reason why I respect what you've done. They'll go for a bit of a nice pair, like a whether it be a hypey pair or just one that they really vibe
yeah,
with, and they'll go for a hard working workhorse
yeah.
pair. You get me, and that's kind of the vibe that you've gone with as well, which I definitely agree
Yeah,
with. Because the Air Force One is like a workhorse,
yeah,
bro. You're gonna put that to
for
work.
sure.
You're gonna need to be active. If I'm climbing, I'm out here. If I need to jump in the water, I can do it. I don't
Yeah,
care. You get me. You don't care about the shoe as well. Like I'm saying, like it's not one that you're gonna hold back.
yeah,
Because if I need to tackle a wild pig. You get me? I don't want to have to worry about my shadows, bro.
for
I
sure,
need to be
man.
rocking the Air Force Ones so I can give them that drop kick directly to the task. You get me?
Yeah,
Like as I'm saying, because we got to eat ham tonight. So this is what we're doing. Like, so yeah, we got to do what we got to do, man. So yeah, respect. I respect that answer, man. That's a good answer still. That's a good answer still. All right, bro. What we're going to do, man, we're going to wing our way into some quick fire questions,
okay,
right? Some quick fire questions. But before we do, right, I want to give you an opportunity because we're literally just on the cusp of halfway through 2023,
okay,
right? We're recording this on like right at the end of
yeah.
May, right? So we had like almost 6 months of the year, right? Some decent drops. Do you have like a top three of 2023 so far?
The Jordan 4 Yellow Thunder, that's what they call them. That just
Yeah,
that redropped. Uh,
that's annoying to me.
why?
I can't. That
You don't you
dislike
don't
that
you don't
shoe.
like them?
I dislike that
They're
shoe
hard.
intensely.
They're hard.
Intensely. The color blocking on that shoe is terrible. But I'm respectful with it. You get me? Like, so do your
Yeah.
thing. Do your thing.
Um, the Jordan 1 Spider Man are pretty cool. That just dropped. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's an interesting shoe, man.
Yeah,
I'm saying that's the glow in the dark, the different
yeah,
materials, like the sort of Chicago colorway as well.
yeah.
Like it ticked a lot of boxes, especially because I got a friend. Shout out to John, Big John. You know who you are, bro. Yeah, like when you've got a friend that loves comic books and
Yeah.
video games as much as he likes kicks, he was like, he texted me a few days before it came out, and he was like this shoe was made for me. This is my shoe. And as soon as he said it, I deeped it, I was like, this is your shoe, bro. Like, and unfortunately, he wasn't able to get it for retail. I had to dip in, but like, he got the shoe. Like, he sent me a video
Yeah.
of this shoe, and I'm like, bro, that's you all over, man. And there are a lot of people out here that just love like video games, comic books, and kicks, and it just ticks so many boxes.
Yeah.
So I respect the shoe, man. It's a decent shoe, bro.
Yeah. And the last one, I probably say like, sorry, the Travis Scott olives, they're pretty cool. They're all right.
They're all right,
Yeah.
yeah, they're all right. The colorway is super wearable.
Yeah.
When I've seen them on feet, they look cool.
Yeah.
I was just annoyed that they were women's only drop, man. They were nowhere near my size. Yeah, like what size do you wear?
7.5 UK.
Yeah, nice, bro. You're pretty tall, 7.5. That's nuts, bro. How are your feet so
I
small?
don't know. A lot of people say I don't know.
You're pretty tall, bro. I met you before. I know I was saying like 7.5. That's nuts, bro. I thought you were I thought you were like me, man. Because you were tall, but now you're in the mix,
Yeah.
bro. Chai.
I
Oh,
know.
bro, you're in the mix. You're nice. Every single
Yeah.
drop, you're there,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah.
I took after my mother
Nah, it's
actually.
all good, bro. It's all good. All right, so like, let's do these quick fires, man.
All right.
Right. So with the quick fires, I want you to know that it's gonna come quick. It's gonna come fast, but
Okay.
I need the answers to come quick and fast as well.
I'll try.
You get me,
My
man?
brain's not
You
that.
get me? Do your thing.
Okay.
Do your thing. Right. I need that energy. I need that vim. Right.
Right.
I don't read very fast.
Yeah.
So you're in good hands. So you don't have to worry in terms of like, if you're going to understand what I'm going to be saying, man, it's going to be coming clearly. You get me? And with respect. But yeah, I just want honesty. I want truth, and I want it quickly.
Yeah.
Right. With all of that being said, we are going to start in 3, 2, 1, and we are starting with the biggest and the best question.
Okay.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
New Balance or
New
Adidas?
Balance.
Can you wear Nike and Adidas together? Yes or no?
Yes.
We may come back to that.
You can.
What's your Jordan number?
Like my favorite Jordan. One.
Yeah, just the silhouette that you like the most.
One. That's the same one. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok?
TikTok.
Sneakers, kicks, or Creps?
Sneakers.
What is your favorite collaboration?
I don't know. My brain is not doing that.
You're not reaching there, yeah? It's not reaching there.
Favorite collab. Comment and think I saw.
That's a hard one. I got them over there. That's solid there, and they've done a lot of good kicks, so that's hard. Vans or Converse?
Vans.
Laces or slip-ons?
Laces.
To rope lace or not to rope lace?
To rope lace. Yeah.
Wowza, you're the man still.
I have a friend.
See, he's 20. He's 20. Look at his hair, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything's, you know what I'm saying? It all matches up. Alright, G. Are you, if you're talking regular laces, are you default laces or do you do patterns with your laces?
Default. Yeah.
Do you customize your kicks or you factory settings?
Factory set.
Retro or innovation?
Retro.
Flip flops or sliders?
Sliders.
Socks or barefoot?
Socks.
Comfort or style?
Style.
Fresh and clean or beaten and battered?
That question is so deflating, man. I don't because you know some shoes look nicer, like beat up. Like the Jordan 1 looks so good beat up, like it's crazy. We also need some freshies, like it depends. Let's just go fresh.
Yeah, stay fresh,
Yeah.
man. Stay fresh. Washing machine or hand wash your
Hand
kicks?
wash.
Respectfully. Lows, mids, or highs?
Eyes.
I'm gonna ask you this weird question, yeah, just because I see that do you support Man City? Alright. I'm gonna ask you this question, yeah. Premier League or Champions League? I know that you want that. You've won it like 8 times in the last 8 years. I know that's what you want. Triple blacks and white or whites.
White and whites. I love whites.
Respectful. I was gonna clap, but then I realized, yeah, because we reached the end of the quick fires, right? And as I said, I was gonna clap, right? Because usually it's customary for me to celebrate the end of the quick fires, but there was an issue, right? And what I need to understand is whether you could hear me properly, or whether you're just crazy like that, right? So we're gonna take it back, yeah, right? And I'm gonna ask the question again, right? Before I ask the question, I just want to know, SG, can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear the words that are coming out of my mouth. Respectfully, okay, cool. So I asked you, right? Can you wear Nike and Adidas together? Right now, before what you said, right? My blood is still pumping a bit, so I don't know whether I was correct when I heard you. Right, you said yes, right? But you, as I said, the mic may have cut out. I don't know what happened, right? Internet, right? I'm gonna ask you again. And I just need an answer to the question. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. SG, can you wear Nike and Adidas together? Yes,
I'm gonna say it with chest. You can. You can. You can. I used to rock. Was it the Adidas SST with Jordan 4s? Yeah. That was my go-to last year. Last year or 2 years ago, yeah, that was my go-to.
My God, yeah. I cannot believe the convinity. Bro, bro, this is unbelievable. Unbelievable. See, this is what happens, man. These modern guys, man, with the I'm saying, you see his hair, man, with the tips and stuff. Like these guys move different, bro. These man move different. 20 out here, bro, just living his life, man, trying to find himself, as a man. You get me? Well, I would say to you, man, G. Well, I'll say to you, yeah, right, is you can't be sitting on no fence out here, bro.
Like,
you can't be mixing Bloods and Crips. You can't be putting you can't I'm saying there's no bipartisan thing out here, bro. You can't be Republican and Democrat, bro. You need to pick a side, G. And if you don't pick a side, yeah, right, I'm saying, like, all I'm saying, yeah, is them man that sit on the fence, like, they get splinters in their bum. I'm just letting you know.
It
man.
works.
Pick a side,
it works,
G.
but some fits I've seen is questionable, but it can work. I'll be real. Like, it can. I'm gonna stick with that.
And you feel okay in your body, like you don't feel like you're about to throw up, or that your body's gonna break out into cold sweats or something. No. I don't even know if my body can handle it, bro. It'd be nuts. I'm joking. But that's good. If that's your vibe, if that's what you like to do, just know, right, that in life people are gonna just be silently judging you when they see you. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Not all of them are gonna be out here telling you to your face directly that, I'm saying, they don't trust you. They're not going to say to you directly, like I'm saying to you, like, I don't trust you because you do these things that I don't understand, right? But some of them are going to say it silently in their mind and just know from now, like, yeah, just put SG to one side, like, and just keep it moving. But, like, I respect your conviction, at least, as a man. You stood in it, man, and you said it with chest. And yeah, I'm saying, there's a thing called being wrong and strong. Like, I respect.
That's a be wrong and strong, man.
I do respect that. I do respect it, man. Do it with confidence. Before I let you go, yeah, man, I thank you once again so much, man, for being on here, man. I know you're like a super, super chill guy and you don't come out and do like a lot of interviews and that. So I do appreciate it, my bro. Like, honestly. And yeah, it's a privilege to sort of be one of the first interviews that you've done.
It is.
I really do appreciate it.
It's really new to me, man.
No, you've done fantastic, bro. You've done fantastic. But before I let you go, man, the term sneakerhead is one that, like, a lot of people use. It's used quite widely in the culture. For some people, it just means, like, they feel like part of a community. And for others, it's kind of gatekeeperish, like it's like an elite group of people that sort of like separate themselves from others or whatever, and they feel like it's hard to get into. In your opinion, what does the term sneakerhead, what does it mean to you?
Sneakerhead. See, what I've seen is, like, I've certain girls especially, they'll call themselves sneakerheads, but they'll be rocking the Jordan 11s from JD. You know them ones. You know them ones there.
Team Jordans and that,
But sneakerhead. Yeah, personally, I don't consider myself a sneakerhead. Like, I love shoes, but, like, I wouldn't consider myself a sneakerhead yet. Like, I'm certainly getting there. Like, I don't have all the girls that I want. So I feel like once I get them, and once I just build my collection, stack everything up, then I'll consider myself a sneakerhead. Well, man, I feel like a sneakerhead as of yourself, like, you have to been in the game, you have to know your stuff for real, like, and yeah, man, like, just wear what you want. That's my thing. Wear what you want.
I hear that. So, I mean, you kind of alluded to it already, but, like, would you consider yourself a sneakerhead?
Not yet.
I respect that. And obviously everybody has the right to their own opinion. What I would say to that is, at Kids Chronicles, it's not about collections, it's about connections. It's about how deeply you are connected to the culture, how passionate you are, and how much you love this thing that we do, man. And for you to sit on the line with me for as long as we have, and talk about sort of your passions from growing up and what you currently do, even working in sourcing these materials and stuff. Like, I would classify you, even if you don't classify yourself as a a Kicks Chronicles certified sneakerhead, bro. You get me? Now, don't know what that means, and I don't know if it's worth anything.
Nah, I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it.
But I
I'll take
respect
it.
it. I respect it. I respect it. I respect it. Because to me, like, it's about the passion, man. It's about your hunger. It's about your passion. And the fact that, like, you've done as much as you've done in Kicks, and you work with Kicks, and it just shows that, like, you have an appreciation and a love for the shoes, man. You do, obviously. And with all of that being said, like, obviously this has been your Kicks Chronicles, man. It's been a real pleasure to have you once again. Like, SG, like, please just do me a favor and tell the millions and millions of people that are going to watch this, just let them know, like, why did you laugh?
I don't know. I'm too awkward, man. I'm too awkward.
I said millions and millions and you laugh, bro. We have to speak it out, bro.
Manifestation.
You have to manifest the thing, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Because it will get there one day. It may not be on the day it drops, but it may get there one day. Yeah, this is it, by God's grace. But yeah, tell the people how they can get in contact, and yeah, man, tell them what you got going on, bro.
As of now, we're on Instagram. Just recently went on TikTok like a couple months back. So just on Instagram, we're Shoe Galore. Shoe.galore.irl on Instagram, and Shoe Galore 1 on TikTok. So that's where you find us. DM us on Instagram and we will reply, guys.
Everyone's there, man. Them kind of promo lingos right there, man. So yeah, guys, make sure, as you said, man, they're on Instagram, they're on TikTok. Like, obviously, make sure to go holler at them, DM them. You get me? For all your sort of sneaker plug-in, for all of your, I'm saying, like, drips as well, man. Anything you need, just holler at them directly on those platforms, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you out. Yeah, this has really, really been cool, man. I really enjoyed getting your opinion and understand it, even from just the fact that, like, we're so close in age, just having the I'm saying, just understanding differences, even though we're so close in age, is actually pretty cool. Once again, this has been another episode of Kicks Chronicles with our amazing guest, Shoe Galore. Once again, people, make sure to go light him up, make sure to go follow, make sure to go sub, whatever button that you need to press when you get to his thing, just press that thing. You get me? For us, obviously, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to go and support us, continue to support us, and we continue to produce dope content. Once again, this has been a great interview, so I really, really enjoyed my time, and I hope that you guys have had a great time as well. Until I see you, man, down the roads, please, people, look after yourselves and stay blessed.
Stay blessed.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Kicks Chronicles. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, rate, review, and all that good stuff. And remember, full video version is available on YouTube, audio versions available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.